We're talking hidden treasures here, and I've got the chief treasure hunter over at Relevant Gold here, Rob Bergmann. Of course, they have a new symbol here on the RGC on the Venture Exchange now rather than the CSE. So a lot of action here, Rob. Good to see you again. Raise some money here, doing some exploration in a very valuable part of the country to me. You're in Wyoming there. I'm in Idaho. I've got interest. So what's front and center with Relevant?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rob. Always love catching up. As you mentioned, we just recently upgraded to the TSX Venture Exchange. Really out of demand from shareholders wanting that kind of upgraded disclosure requirements and things like that, as well as some of our international traders that have a little bit more ease trading on the Venture Exchange. So we're happy to do that. Continuing to upgrade that corporate profile across the board. Also be planning to try to get our OTC listing in the future here too, so we can broaden the network even further. Coming off the back of a financing, which we closed in early June, raised just over 3 million, 3.1 roughly. Really excited to get that closed at a premium to share price in a pretty tumultuous market, as well as attract some great new shareholders and increase some holdings of some of our great longstanding shareholders. New Gold Inc., as you know, increased to a 9.9% holding, and we had Mr. Rob McEwen come in as well with a pretty big position. I think he's at about 6.4% now. So great to get some good backing behind us. The markets we're in, it's important to have a really strong share base, and we're pretty happy with what we've built.
Yeah, Rob McEwen there, nice track record there as a treasure hunter. So what's front and center here? Money, new symbol in Wyoming. What's the latest and greatest here? Been doing some drilling. Where you at?
Yeah, so we kicked off the field programs not too long after getting the financing closed. Really started with the regional focus. We're building off the backs of a strong proof of concept program in 2022 where we drilled our Golden Buffalo target. Had some great results coming out of that and really checked all the boxes that confirmed not only do we have Abitibi style alteration and true orogenic fertile gold systems out there in South Pass in Wyoming, but it really amplified our exploration toolkit for looking at our entire portfolio, starting to really understand all of our targets as well as generating new targets on a regional scale. Our goal coming out of this year is really focused on understanding and ranking all of our targets. Again, we've got a huge property package, over 45,000 acres across Wyoming, 5 district scale assets. And so with that proof of concept, we've been able to kind of take a step back, look at everything, get a clear understanding. We know Golden Buffalo is a phenomenal target. Again, we drilled 1 meter of 83.8 grams per ton gold there, and over 54% of those holes intersected gold mineralization, specifically in these orogenic shear zones. And that's given us, again, this encouragement to look at the whole portfolio. This year, we're focused on that regional program. And from a drilling perspective, we're looking at drilling our northern Lewiston targets. So we've got a 1,500 meter drill program planned out there, and we're getting that going in early September. So really looking forward to getting those geology holes in at Lewiston. Never been drilled, so first to see it, just like at Golden Buffalo. And we're going to be able to, again, understand how do these shear zones compare, how do they differ, and what does that structural architecture look like at depth.
Yeah, certainly sounds like a busy time there at Relevant Gold. So market doesn't show you much love right now. The show goes on. Build a message here for an investor looking to take a ride and do some treasure hunting with Rob Bergmann and team. Obviously, a pretty decent entry point. A lot of things going on, a lot of good strategic things going. So build a message for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reality is we've got very high grade gold, and it connects to a big scientific thesis, right? We connected the dots in the scientific literature that had identified Wyoming being connected to the Abitibi gold belts. The Abitibi gold belts being one of the most prolific in the world, producing over 200 million ounces, right? And so the fact that we've got this strong connection of Wyoming and Abitibi being connected about 2.6 billion years ago, and later rifting apart to where they currently reside, that's really opened up Wyoming in a new way. And especially now that we've got high-grade gold, both at surface and at depth via drilling in these orogenic systems, was an incredible proof of concept right out the gate. And from here, now we just got to start vectoring towards deposits of scale. And that's what our focus is. So if you're looking for something that's in a great jurisdiction like Wyoming, where it's really incredible to operate, permitting is a very streamlined process, and we've got a lot of community support out there. You combine that with high-grade gold and a connection to the Abitibi. I don't know what else you could look for hunting treasures.
Yeah, take a second there, Rob, and walk us through that picture behind you, and really, the magic of mining in Wyoming, and why that's even left for you to even go explore.
Yeah, so that's great. This head frame behind me, this is the famous Carissa mine out in our South Pass Gold Camp area. This mine started to be built in the mid 1800s. They horse and buggied all this equipment up from Cheyenne, so it was a pretty serious gold deposit back then. It operated intermittently into the 1950s as the most prolific mine in the district. I think on record, they produced about 180,000 ounces of high grade gold out of this. And now it's a preserved state historic site, which again just goes to show how much the state of Wyoming understands mining, cares about mining, and wants to continue to promote that. And these mines, this is one of the main head frames, the biggest mine, but they're littered all throughout that district from that late 1800s era, all of which mining high grade gold out of shear zones, right? And then when we started to connect that to Wyoming, it really opened up this region again. It went pretty unexplored for a very long time. Some big players had some holdings in there. Newmont, Hecla both had some big positions in this area. Didn't seem to do a whole lot with it when they had it in the 80s. And since there really hasn't been a whole lot of modern exploration. So connection to the Abitibi, these old historic high grade mines, it's really just a magical playground for us to be searching for gold deposits.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to keep my eye on the wire and checking back in when you have some more news to report. So Rob Bergmann there is the CEO, Relevant Gold. Now on the Toronto Venture Exchange, RGC is the call sign. Rob, thanks for that update. Look forward to checking back in when you have some more news.
Thanks a lot, Rob. We'll talk to you soon.